Why, hello there.
How on earth am I meant to plaster that?
It is hot. You're meant to be checking the leaks. No leaks. I don't believe it.
I hope.
Yes. Purple rain potatoes. You're gonna see that later. Fecking igloo shape. We listen for the sound of it. Yes.
Good morning, Wednesday, and I am leveling up. Up we go to join Rob upstairs.
Why, hello there.
And this crazy dog. Finally, completion in sight. Plastering to do. This is Kira's room. I'm going to mud and tape it now, and then...
Oh, it'll take that long, Clare, will it?
Just like that. Yes, just like that. And then I will paint
Go out
it.
on the boat fishing. Please, can we go out on the boat fishing?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just starting to look at the holes that he's got for me. I mean, look at this. How on earth am I meant to plaster that? Seriously? So I'll get going, get into the rhythm of it, and we'll see how we go. So perhaps I will put you on time lapse and you can take a look and see how long it takes me. So just finishing off this window here. Oh man, now I remember how hard plastering is. It's not too bad. Just missed a piece here where I have the scrim tape. So finish that off. May have to put a little bit in between the plasterboard and the window. And I may have brought this scrim tape down a bit far. But anyway, it'll be okay. So window sort of nearly done. And then, yeah, if I could just get even just this part of the wall done, it'll be one done. One down. 4 and a roof to go.
Welcome back to another video, guys. I am now trying to build a frame up here so I can put something against the wall so I can fit the shower, because I ain't going through 1 meter thick stone. But what I'm finding, the best way I can describe the way this wall was built was an igloo. It's like curves that way, curves that way, curves this way. So every piece of wood I have to cut is a triangle on the width, and also it has to be shaped at the back, like, and I have just a front end that I am trying to fit. Hopefully this will be the last one. I'm not making it very strong, like, it's not taking any weight. Hopefully nobody will be kicking it. We're going to put tiles over it. I'm just going to secure the corners, and maybe I might put something in the middle. But these I'm securing to the wall, but in the middle I might just tie that off on the wood. I don't know. But I'm getting there. It's getting done. It is hot. It's a bit cloudy, misty, but it's hot. It's proper blight weather. Clare's spuds are getting mangled. But I think this is gonna work. That is a pretty secure mount for these manky things. I might leave this for a minute and I might start to run the water pipes and get them back along here. Alright, I think that's good. Oh jeez, it's not getting any cooler. So this is the mount that should be flush with the wall. As I've come out a bit, I realize now I need to push it back. So I need to come out about the same, about 8 centimeters from here. Let's go down to the shed, see if there's anything that'll go 8 centimeters. It's meant to be relatively flush to the wall, but our wall has a big gap at the back because I have a little niche I built there. And I was gonna put a big chunky piece of wood at the back there, but that would have looked a bit naff. I went down to my shed of wonder, found a 50mm pipe, which fits on perfectly to the end. And that's, if I can have a long enough screw, I think that'll just extend it. I'll spray paint this black. It'll look only divine. Well folks, that don't look half bad. So next I am going to continue with the water pipes and bring them back to the sink. After a nice bit of lunch, compliments my daughter, mwah, a nice bit of sushi, doing a spot of plumbing, sure why not. So I have the pipe coming down here. I'm gonna fit the sink later. At the moment I'm just connecting up my two valves here so I can shut off all the hot and cold water going to this bathroom. Not terribly exciting, but I'll throw it on time lapse. If you're ever gonna do this sort of a thing, maybe it's interesting. Nice to see you. Nice. And that is not going to work, is it? Good morning folks, just after a amazing breakfast. You're going to see that later. It's a late start today. Clare was dropping some people off, or picking them up at the airport, so we didn't get sleep till about 3 AM last night. It's very slow going this morning, let me tell you. Today, what I want to do is finish off this toilet. I think I'm in a good place with the plumbing. What I got to do now is attach the cistern to the toilet, attach up the waste pipes, secure the cistern to the wall, secure the toilet to the ground. And then I get to test every single piece of plumbing for leaks. So yay for that. I have a go at the, sorry, I really like some dried mango. It's like stuck everywhere in my teeth. But forget about that. Let's get going on this toilet. Boink, boink, boink. Ah, that. So here we have another case of a fecking igloo-shaped wall that's coming in. The holes aren't lining up at the bottom, Clare. Balix, as we say in France. Balix. En français, le balix. Oh shit balls. I really don't think I should be seeing sparks coming from the toilet. Okay guys, quick update. Got this all done basically. It's not looking pretty, but it's ready for testing. And I had some difficulty getting the waste pipe to fit, secure both waste pipes to this T-junction down there, which meant I had to, look, well, let me start again. So when I was fitting that waste pipe, we had this little pan connector, which just goes to the back of the toilet and connects it to the sewer line. But when I was fitting it here, I realized there was like instructions, a piece of paper on the inside. I'm not sure it's there, but there were some paper on the inside, and I thought I don't remember that in Kira's toilet, so I had to go and check Kira's toilet, which means taking it all apart, cutting all of the connections again, and unscrewing it from the floor. But I got that done, and you know what? There was no paper there, so what was the point? Make more work for myself. But within doing that, I noticed that there was a bit of play on the pipe at both sides of the toilet. So I said I'll just hammer in the T-junction, and that has eliminated play, so I could fit both toilets quite handily. So Ashton's room is good to go. Whilst I was in here, I realized that the sink wasn't attached, so the sink is quite loose and it's out quite far from the wall, so I just thought I'll just try and quickly knock something up. So I have some spacers, wooden spacers, and I'm trying to find an anchor bolt. This was just a tiny little side project. It wasn't even meant to take time. And here I am, anchoring stuff to walls. But it's okay. I will make it work, I hope. If I can balance with one hand and drill with the other. I'm not optimistic, but you never know unless you try. Not massively happy with that. You know, I didn't mind working this morning because it was misty and manky. But now the sun is blazing. It is boiling hot. I was in Skull a few days ago, and every single boat is out on the water. Crazy frustrating. And my new spot, my new mooring is ready to go down there. I'd say it's looking 50-50. I'm gonna have time this weekend, but myself and Clare kind of know that really we need to start making time. Shoot. Fucking hell. Ah, come on. Thank you. GoPro, stop recording. So that was a horrible experience upstairs, but I got it done. I'm desperately wanting to test the water, so what I'm looking at now is reconnecting the sewer line and somehow taking the wastewater from there down to here. I know, I don't know why they're not next to each other, but we figure it out. This is a really cool thing. This little hat stops any odors getting out, but when a toilet is flushed and there's a vacuum, it allows air to go in. So it's like a one-way valve. We are almost ready to test that. But first, let's have a look at this, eh? The time has come to turn back on the water and listen for shouts from Clare to say the house is flooded. You ready, Clare? It's coming.
Is it on? Not in the earring cupboard, just checking the bathrooms. Nope. Nothing in Kira's room. I've checked the airing cupboard and Kira's room, nothing. Okay, no leaks.
No leaks. I don't believe it. You're meant to be checking the leaks.
You're not eating my food. Kira made food.
Who is this stranger in our house? Who is this?
7:30.
7:30. Leak o'clock. It's about 8:30. Quick update. I didn't want to show you. The leaks didn't come. Well, we turned back on the water and we were fine in here. I did have 1 or 2 issues, but overall we were fine in here. The water went grand to both sides. On this one, Kira's room, there was issues with the shower. I tightened them. On this one, there was issues with the tap. And I tightened that. So, for example, we now have water. We have waste. We have a shower. The issue that I'm having is with this toilet connection. It's completely threaded. See where I keep losing thread? Right there. So I'm trying to attach this. It keeps just jumping off the thread and going to the side. Mind you, that's just when I'm perfect. How on earth did that happen? I've been at this toilet with Claire for an hour and that goes on perfect when I have the camera on. Right, I might try that again. How the hell did I do that? Oh, I really want to be done with this job. Let me try this. Shut the front door. I almost think that did the job. Okay, if that's true, that's ridiculous. Let's get the water flowing, boys. You don't know me, son. How are we doing here? Hello! Well, holy God! She's supping diesel? Look at that! I thought I needed a replacement. This is looking good. So, thank you very much, YouTube. I appreciate your assistance. I am going to tidy up a little bit. Tonight I'm going to transfer my files. Tomorrow I'm going to edit. Saturday I'm going to try to do, I have 6 or 7 last minute jobs on the boat. Sunday, fingers crossed, myself and Claire can get out for the day on the water and just take a break. This was an ordeal getting to this point, but a few days out on the water, bit of sunshine, and I'll come back refreshed. And we nailed this thing. Happy with that. Very happy with that. Should we flush it together? Actually, I need Claire to check the outside. I have a little inspection hatch going. I can't do it on my own. I'll save you. It works fine. I'll catch you later.
So yesterday, finished off the window. I might just do a little bit more. I was using the thin plaster and there was a lot of kind of filling and it looks a bit rough in places. I'm going to finish that. I'm up here now just finishing this corner, so I'm going to do that and then I can move this sheet of chipboard and continue on with the rest of that wall. There's very little to do actually. I'll just show you this. This is a bit of a mega crack. So I can't just scrim it with the tape. I'll have to fill that first. That's okay though. I just want to, this one should be okay, but this one is just way too big. And then sometimes it happens that Rob has put the screw holes outside of the factory sort of slant. So like here, so it's handy when the screw holes are inside, because then they can just be covered like here. And then when you go to plaster, it looks like this, and the screw holes are covered completely. That kind of helps. I guess I should have told him this when he was doing it. There's a shout coming from the other room. Okay, there was a slight change of plan, and this is Ashton's room, and he's just popped over to his friend over in Kerry in Kilgarvan on the bus. So he's gone for 2 nights. So that's it, we need to get out of Kira's room and just do a little bit in his room. And they're actually, well, I say there isn't a lot of plastering. There is a fair bit of plastering, but this wall is solid, and so there's no real plastering needed there. The paint needs to come off, but that's another story, or another day. But at least if I get this plastering done, which I might do tomorrow and today and tonight, it'll be great while he's not here. So that's the plan. Right now, I've got to just run out to an appointment with Kira, and then I'll be back again for more. Okay, Thursday night, and I am just gonna start the ceiling part, and this wall I've just started to fill here, so that won't take long to do tomorrow. So yeah, that's where we are. The windows are done. I think the windows look good. So it's just a case of if I can just do as much as I can before he arrives back Saturday night, we will be laughing.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to try something different today. One of the requests from Gregory was for a egg-based recipe, dare say a West Cork Frittata. Again, we have been unprepared for this, and it's morning time, and we were thinking actually in bed, can we do something with our potatoes? Then we remembered Gregory's response, and my uncle was Spanish, and he used to always have these Spanish omelets, and they're very dense, very eggy, but very potato-y. And I was thinking I could do a Spanish omelet, but specifically they asked for a frittata, which is more of an Italian dish. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. We used to have chunks of potato parboiled in a Spanish omelette, but I'm going to try slices, because I think the slices could be pretty cool. I will still parboil them. It'll boil a little bit quicker. We're using a little bit of chorizo, because chorizo is awesome. We are using our Purple Rain potatoes. I wonder if the big ones are more purpley. Let's check it out. Yes. Purple Rain potatoes have a purple background. Now Claire put a post up about this, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's an antioxidant, and it's the same chemical, you can see on the knife, the same chemical that's used in blackberries. No, the same chemical used in blueberries. So these potatoes are actually very, very good for you. So better than your average potatoes. Right, first things first, they're straight from the ground. I'm going to give them a little bit of a wash. We have some onions, again straight from our ground, so going to give them all a bit of a clean and I'll get back to you. I have prepared a few potatoes. I remember telling you in the past we don't peel our potatoes. I don't think you can get a better example than that. You peel your potatoes, all of the goodness is gone from the sides. So this is literally the purple stuff. You can see the antioxidants, the vitamins and the minerals. So we ain't gonna be peeling these. Before we get to the frittata part, I just need to parboil these. How I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna make slices, pretty small, a few millimeter thick. It's coloring everything, it's really like beetroot, it's cool. I have a feeling this is gonna turn the entire meal purple. The biggest question I have now is whether I'll do enough in a cast iron dish for myself and Clare, or whether we should do enough for breakfast, lunch, and maybe a little bit extra for the kids, and whether I'll do it in my paella pan. We're still struggling. We have a great cooker, but we don't have induction kind of pans yet, so we need to think these things through. Looking at this, I'm gonna go for one more potato. It's amazing. Look at that. Turning the water purple. How awesome. There's a clean. So, I mean, you could just do potatoes and eggs. You don't need to add anything else, but my daughter made sushi yesterday, so she's got a little bit of leftover red pepper. I'm gonna take some of that. This actually is probably too thick. I don't want to be eating with a pepper that's thicker than a piece of potato. I don't know, does that make sense, but to me anyway, I don't want it. So I'm going to, I have two options. I could cut these in half, kind of like this, so I could get really skinny pieces, or I can finely dice them. I'm going to take a handful, and I'm just going to finally dice. Okay. It's good. Same scenario for the onions. The onions were strange crop this year, but they taste great. They're not as big as we'd hoped, and they're not as oniony flavor as we hoped. They're more like a big spring onion, really. And that's fine. So we want these sliced very thinly as well. And there's my onions. The chorizo, I suppose, will go exactly the same. We try and get this super skinny. You need a sharp knife. Thankfully, my parents bought me a nice knife and a nice sharpener recently. Boom! Get in my belly. Look at that! Can you see the blue water bubbles? How cool is that? So these are cooked pretty much. They're where I want them to be. It doesn't take much because they are so thinly chopped. So I'm going to take these out. Look at that water. How cool is that? How cool! We asked last week about what we should put down, and we came up with these silicone things. They kind of like they have a bit of a suctioning effect when you put them down. They're brilliant. They're really good. So thanks to my mum for the suggestion. Thanks to you guys for the feedback. Especially there was some feedback about using cast iron on the induction hob. So we're definitely going to use these for the cast iron, but actually we're just going to use them. We were going to take the mat off and put them on when we were cooking, but I think they look fine. What do you think? Do they look a bit naff? Let's strain these. I feel like I should be doing something with that blue water. It's only epic. I'm going to keep these in a bit of cool water just to cool them down. Right, let's get back to it. Right. Let's get the paella pan. These were my options. I could layer them up in the frittata here. Actually, it could be cool though. This is going to be a thinner but larger one. This is going to be a thicker but deeper one. Effective. I'm going to try this one. Put my paella pan to rest for a bit. So I have no seasoning gone in here. The chorizo is very flavoursome, but it's quite spicy. So that's going to be all I really need. We just want the onions to go a bit translucent. We want the peppers to just go a little bit soft. The chorizo doesn't have to do anything. Because it's epic. Food of the gods. That's looking great. Now I want to layer this up, so I'm just going to take it out for a minute. Relax, guys.
What'd you get, 12?
Right. Let's move over. Okay, folks. Why is that not charging? Charge that thinks. Misa Bombastic Jedi. You also Misa Jedi. So there's a little bit of residual oil in here. We're gonna use that to layer this bad boy up. What we want to do, get our lovely, we're just gonna layer the potatoes in a circle around the bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect. Rough is good, isn't it, Claire? Rough and ready. No comment. Then we want to get our first layer of this lovely onion, pepper and chorizo. Not too much. We don't actually want a layer, we just want a peppering of flavor. Isn't that right, Claire? Are you hungry? Alright, what I'm gonna do is heat the oven as well. Good. Oh, Kira's having the shower, is she?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm doing a dodgy wiring thing where I have the electric shower and oven on the same circuit, so you can only have one or the other, and Kira wants to be clean, so what are you gonna do? So because of that, let's go for a second layer. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the rest of my onion, pepper and chorizo on. And again, I should say, I have never made this in my life. I've done a Spanish omelette, that's really simple, but this is different. I hope it works. I'm pretty sure it will. These purple rain potatoes are brilliant. Even if you buy just one bag and throw it into a flower pot, you should grow these fellas. For that one time you invite your friends or family or a birthday or some special thing. It's amazing. Right, I'd say 8 eggs for that. What you think? It's quite a deep dish, isn't it?
See how many?
We go for 7. Marriage is about compromise, folks. I say what I want and Claire has to compromise. Some people get very offended by those sort of jokes. Other people find them funny. Who are you? Let us know below. What are we at? 6, 7. Like, it seems a bit silly to leave 1, doesn't it? Will I do 8? Will I? I will.
Awesome.
Have a fork. There we go. Some scrambled egg type things. And again, I don't think we need any seasoning when you got purple rain potatoes, onions, well, we don't have peppers from the garden, and gorgeous chorizo. I mean, you don't need any seasoning. We get this bad boy in. Look at that. I was right to go for 8. Maybe you could put some cheese on the top if you're into that thing, Claire. Are you into cheese? Claire's into cheese.
Just cut me out.
You should grate this cheese, but it leaves a mess. So again, if we finally slice it, it's okay. I'm not a huge cheese fan. Claire is. Save that for her. We're gonna take a break now as I wait for Kira to get out of the shower so I can turn on the oven. Shower is free, let's get this oven on. I should wait for it to heat up. I'm gonna bang it in anyway. It'll be grand. About 180. Let's check back in about 20 minutes. Right folks, we got something cooking here. How about those chickens? This looks good, Claire. Let's break it from the edge. We're just gonna give it 2 or 3 minutes to cool down. When it cools down, it's gonna shrink. I wanna flip it out onto a pan, but if I do it now, it's gonna be stuck to the bottom, so just give it a few minutes, I'll be back to you, Claire. Because we gone eating. Well guys, the most terrifying part of any frittata or omelette or is it gonna work? So we get our plate, we slap it on top, we listen for the sound to say that it's worked. Let's go. I don't hear it. That's not good. Okay. We gotta work this out. And this is cast iron, so some people say put ice cubes on top.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
maybe if
We
you
need
could
surgery here.
What about this? Sorry, I'm not the plastering.
Claire!
Look like this. What?
You can't be a television personality dressed like that.
I know. It's the real world.
The real world. Now she's sucking diesel, boys.
Oh, it looks
I'd
great.
say we have it. There's a little bit stuck in the middle. Okay. I should edit that out, but I'm not, because I'm going to keep it real. What are we going to keep it, Claire?
Burnt to the bottom.
I haven't eaten since yesterday. Oh, I heard something. Look at
That's
that.
not bad.
Okay. There's a little bit scoopy there. What did you say? It's not bad? We're only halfway there. This is the step most people forget. Yes, that's how you get it out, but that's not how you present it. You gotta do the flipperoo again. So it looks. Look at that!
Wow, that does look pretty good.
Doesn't it? There you go, Claire.
The purple potatoes look like red onions, don't they?
Purple potatoes are unreal. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Oh my god. Let's give it a go, Claire. Yes. That chorizo. Chorizo's
Yeah, it's really good.
super spicy.
Make a really good lunch, wouldn't it? Or even if you made one before you went out in the boat.
Yeah.
Be great.
It's a good point. These are really nice, cool as well.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
the Spanish omelette.
And it just looks wrong because it's all black and purple. Tastes amazing and it's really good for you apparently. Okay. So unlike a regular video where we wrap up, we are going to wrap up, but actually it's the start of the day, so we got to do work. So we're not going to loiter around here too much. Our kids are making their breakfast. We're going to sign off now. Thanks for everything. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for buying the postcards. Thanks for the super thanks. Thanks to all our new Patreon members. Thanks to the Ko-fi. We have new postcards. They're going to be with us really, really soon. And I guess thanks for everything.
Thanks for just watching. Simply watching.
Go to Mila Mahalut.
And slog the fall.
Okay. I edit that enough.